stakes that are long are blue lined. And that's the danger about the speed they have up front with some of those scout guys, those chances going on you.
We talked this morning about maybe feeling pressure if the Rangers won. Did you feel like you came up tense because of that?
It didn't feel the tension, but certainly it mounted as it got to 2, and then simple things became difficult to do. And then I thought we settled at 3 for a bit, and really at that point he didn't want us to go. We had a few real good looks in the tender, made some good saves, and that was the difference. I think that block between Frank and scoring forward was our chance to crawl back into it.
When you hold your fate in your hands, how heartbreaking is it to swallow the loss of this?
Especially when you've seen them give so much and fight so hard to get there, you know. The play of Cam was so important all year, and Eric's was crying about 3 weeks ago, and it just got worse and worse and worse to the point last week. We were not exactly sure if we were going to have him in our lineup, and he played so very well, you know, on limited legs, and produced points, and the Route 2 line picked it up, and there was always seemed to be somebody there to pick up the slack when we had some adversity, and there was always seemed to be the fight back, and I think there was a chance of a shock at 3-0, not the pressure. It was just, we felt right going out, and had come off a good night and felt good, and then boom, it happened so fast that you're shell shocked a little bit, and then the enormity of how much you put into it and where it's at. I think that made it difficult for us.
Does it make it harder that you won 8 of your last 11, which is, for a team like this, at this point of the season?
It should make it harder. It should be more painful. The more you invest in something, the more painful it should be when it goes away from you. And, still would much rather have been in a situation where we fought as hard as we could to get to this point and have to go through the pain of the result and letting it slip away a month ago. And that was possible. I thought that was almost the general feel of our whole season, with a number of the elements that we dealt with. It was survive and just stay in the fight as long as you possibly could. And we did it, and they did a great job with that. And then they took a knockout punch early in that first period and couldn't get off the mat.
Well, I know this isn't the ideal time to ask this, but are you at all concerned about your future with this playoff?
Jim will make his assessment.